And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott, and they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. The 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Covington forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. Another try after the 1st down sack. Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy, but now it's 3rd and goal. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Dancing to his left. And it's caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
We got this.
Here come the Falcons set to get the ball back. Let's read
about drafting Matt Ryan on such a bad team, but they actually drafted him, added some good free agents, drafted Sam Baker at left tackle, and went to the playoffs the very next year. This team's got to get it together in a hurry, though, because they've allowed, 34.5 points per game in their latest 4-game losing streak? And then,
well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're
in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, they were obviously backed up. Had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker.
So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Prescott, and that's incomplete.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is like they're really hurting you in a big way.
That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year. But he's really on the uptick. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? A big run there by Freeman. 49 yards. Now Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of his first half of action. Buying time to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Robert Quinn picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2nd and 15, eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal, and he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. And this This one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the three, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Now, with that incompletion, let's do something different. I'm going to go through a few teams that are on losing streaks, and you tell me if there's reason for concern there. Let's start with the Cowboys.
Definitely reason for concern. Not as dominant on defense as they should be. And offensive line injuries.
3 straight losses. They're 3-3. How about the Chiefs? 2 straight home losses.
Yeah, they just can't stop anyone running the football.
Okay, and then the Rams, 3 straight losses for them.
Yeah, definite reason for concern because they cannot get the running game figured out. Todd Gurley not touching it enough, but can he?
And then the Browns. Everyone was so high on them before the season started. What about now?
So many expectations. That's part of the problem they have right now, but they still would be contenders in their division.
Quickly back to the Chiefs, though. Are you concerned about them? They're still a real contender here, aren't they?
Still a contender, but I'm concerned as heck on defense for anyone who wants to be committed to running the football.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in...
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Robert Quinn getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Ryan. 22 yards there, a first down.
59, ready, back 25. 54.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Freeman. Give him 42 yards on the ground. They'll look to run with Freeman. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Luke Stacker taking it in. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now Matt Bryant on for the point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones.